Adriano does not seem to know anything about the disappearance of Regina. We need to speak to Marco.
Do you think Regina is seeing him?
Oh, I doubt it. He doesn't look her type, but I feel that he is connected in some way. We should search the cafe one more time.
Okay, let's do it. Let's search the cafe, Anna. Ciao, Marco. We have a few questions for you.
Sure, I am happy to help.
Do you know Adriano Ponsa and Regina Valenti?
Of course I know Adriano. He delivers the fresh fish to my cafe every morning. If he is not drunk, of course. As for Regina, I barely know her. I mean, I know who she is, and I've seen her a few times, but that's all.
Have you ever visited their house?
No. Adriano always delivers his fish here, so there was no need for me to visit him.
I see. I have one more question, this time about Chloe.
What about her?
Chloe was poor and had no money. How could she afford a room in the cafe?
How could I charge a rent to a poor, pregnant girl? That would be immoral.
Yes, you are right.
Anything else?
We will need to search the cafe once more, Marco.
Of course, but I hope the search will not take long. I cannot keep the cafe closed for a long time. I can barely pay my bills.
I understand, but the baby is still missing, so we want to make sure we are not overlooking any details.
Okay, you do what you must.
Great! I found a newspaper. I didn't know that trains from Austria passed through Portogesso.
An interesting read, Anna?
No, it's just that I noticed this newspaper.
Can you show me? It is in German, and it's called
Kronenzeitung.
Ah, yes. So what about it?
It's one of the most popular Austrian newspapers. It's strange that it's here.
Some passenger must have left it here, that's all. Let's go upstairs and search the room one more time. Let's search Chloe's room.
I found a pacifier.
Nothing. Chloe had so few things that sometimes I'm not even sure if she lived here at all. And I don't see any signs of the baby. What if she's made this up?
The baby is real. Otherwise, there would be no motive for the murder. Besides, look what I found.
A pacifier. I don't even want to think what could have happened to the poor baby.
Indeed.
Let's go downstairs and check the entrance to the cafe. It's our last hope in this desperate search.
Great! I found an invoice. Oh, goodness. Luigi, you should see this.
What is it? It's the invoice for Chloe's coffin. What's wrong with it?
The coffin was extra large in size.
Yes, I know this, but why? Chloe was such a tiny girl.
Exactly. A standard coffin would have been big enough to fit her. Which means there can only be one reason for such a big coffin.
What do you mean?
We will need to exhume her grave. I fear the worst.
Oh no, not again, Anna.
Luigi, please. It's a matter of life and death.
All right, let's check the grave. Let's get the shovel from the shed.
Great! I found a shovel. Got it.
Give it to me, please. All right, let's do this quickly.
Luigi, what is going on? What are you doing? People are already angered and incensed because of Chloe and her child, and now this?
Officer Kotze, we strongly believe that something very important is hidden inside the coffin.
Miss Myers, here we go again. I tried to be calm and pleasant, but now I would like you to stop this. Immediately.
Signor Kotze!
I said stop digging and close up the grave. Right now.
Signor Kotze, you should see this.
Luigi! Mio Dio. Chloe and Regina. What is going on here?
Right until the very last moment, I hoped I was wrong.
I don't understand. How could he do this?
You think Adriano did this?
Of course he did. Who else could? Everything clearly points to Adriano and Lino. They both killed their women out of anger.
That's really doubtful. But let's examine the body. Maybe we can find out the real cause of Regina's death. Great! I found a hand watch. A hand watch? It might be helpful. Great! I found a brooch. This brooch doesn't fit the style of Regina.
I don't see any open wounds or signs that could tell us how Regina died.
Asphyxia.
Asphyxia what?
Asphyxia. A deficiency in the supply of oxygen to the body. She was strangled.
How do you know? There are no marks on the neck.
Look closely. Blue, almost violet colors indicate that.
Okay, but why did you take her hand watch?
Because it has stopped. Here, have a look. See? Her hand watch shows 7:43.
So what? A watch can stop working at any time.
It hasn't simply stopped. It broke the moment the body hit the ground. So it's safe to assume that the watch was broken at the time of the murder.
You said she was murdered 2 days ago, right?
Yes, most likely.
Then it couldn't have been Adriano. I arrested him around 2 o'clock that day.
Exactly. And a little later, Lino was taken into custody as well. So neither could he.
Mamma mia, why do you always have to overanalyze everything? We had a perfect theory, and now it is absolutely useless.
But Officer Kotze...
I know. We need to find the truth. Therefore, we should reopen the investigation. So what do we do?
We have to find Regina's lover.
Regina's lover?
Yes, she was seeing someone. We found these love letters in her room.
May I see? So what possible candidates do we have?
Let me think. Marco, Lino...
I don't think Marco is a candidate. He is not her type, and he is not wealthy enough. Lino was in love with Chloe, so he wasn't interested in Regina. The only possible candidate is... Cesare.
What? The mechanic?
Yes. He has all the traits Regina would look for. He is wealthy and well-mannered.
Who is this Cesare?
Officer Kotze, it's Cesare.
Miss Myers!
Do you remember the day when you chased the pickpocket and you were attacked on the cliffs?
How could I forget?
Well, Cesare was a crucial witness that day. He told us exactly where to find you, and that was quite suspicious.
But we don't have enough evidence to arrest him.
I didn't say we need to arrest him. But I do think that he might be Regina's lover. That day, the two of them could have used grease paint, so you wouldn't recognize them when they attacked you. We found it in Adriano's sunken boat.
Didn't you say you found it in Adriano's boat?
Yes, but I believe he was framed.
But why would they attack me? What did they want to achieve?
Adriano was behaving badly to Regina. He was vulgar, disrespectful, and he even beat her. She was sick of it and wanted to teach Adriano a lesson. She also wanted to see Cesare more often, so they decided to get rid of Adriano by framing him.
Yes, it makes sense. But who is the killer then? Cesare?
I doubt it, but he might know something nevertheless. You know what bothers me the most? The invoice we found. The coffin was purchased by Marco, so he definitely played a role here. I just don't know what role. In any case, somebody had to transport Regina's body from her house to the cafe unnoticed. Which is impossible without a truck or a shortcut with no people around.
A shortcut, of course! There's a passage through the caves to the church. Maybe it leads to the railway station too.
Yes, maybe. It's worth taking a look.
All right, listen up. Luigi, clear this up. Make sure no one sees the bodies. Once you're finished, find out all you can about this Cesare, and wait for us in the police station. Miss Myers and I will look for the passage.
Si, signore.
Luigi, could you also please contact the police in Vienna? Ask them to send the files on any recent murders committed by women.
Committed by women? Anna, what is going on?
I'm not totally sure myself, but I will tell you once I know more.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.